Hi ladies, my name is Zena Kim. Have you ever wanted to open up your own business, per se, your own boutique online? Well, today I'm going to give you some tips to help you get started. So to start, my package includes you get 4 vendors, you get 1 month free membership into Bougie Fashions 1 and 2. You get 1 boosted 2-hour live for free in Bougie Fashions, and that's also giving you advertisement to your business. I will be available to you for 60 days to answer any questions that you have in regards to your boutique. I will assist you in your first live and help bring customers to your live. This course here is tax deductible. So all you have to do is print out your receipt and save it for the end of the year. And so that will be a tax deduction for you. Okay, so next we're going to talk about vendors. I'm going to give you 4 vendors. So what we want to do in the next 30 days is make sure that we start building inventory. So we start now, we take 30 days and we're going to shop. We're going to decide on what type of things do I want to sell in my boutique. So if you want to sell bags, we're going to start small and then we're going to grow big. So you're going to get somewhere between 5 to 20 purses. You're going to get 20 pieces of clothing. And if you want to add jewelry or any type of accessories, you can do so. But we want to start small and then grow big so that you can kind of get an indication of what it is that your customers want to buy. So we're going to try to get some purses, some backpacks, some duffel bags, and more. When you look at clothing, you want to look at dresses, 2-piece sets, bathing suits. It all kind of depends on the time of the year, the weather outside, and what is high in demand at this time. So most of the vendors that you're going to be dealing with, some of them will be on WhatsApp. So it's important that you learn or go to the App Store and download WhatsApp so that you can communicate with some of the vendors. When you're ordering with your vendor, you want to make sure that you're being very specific in what it is that you're asking for. So if you're ordering purses, you need to make sure that you send a picture of the item and you need to indicate how many that you're asking for. If you want 2 in blue, you want 2 in red, you need to make sure that you indicate that in your purchase order. Payment. Most people overseas will ask for MoneyGram, RIA, Western Union, things of that nature. So that is like a third-party payment process. So you need to make sure that you have those downloaded as well so that you can pay your overseas vendors. Now, some of the vendors that I'm going to share with you will take PayPal, which is really great because if you have an issue or a concern, you can always dispute the transaction. So just make sure that when you're using vendors that you are being very specific in the items that you are searching for. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what is the name of your boutique. You want to think of something that is very unique, something that is very striking, and that comes to mind when a woman is getting ready to shop. What is that name? When I think about fashion, the first thing that comes to my mind is Fashion Nova, or Shein, or even Macy's, or even the Bougie Shop. You want to come up with something that is very unique, very striking, that will stick in people's mind every time that they get ready to go shopping. What's going to make you different from other boutiques that's already out there? So that's my other question. What makes you unique from other boutiques? Is it your communication? Is it your presentation? Is it your customer service skills? What is it that makes you unique and different from other boutiques that's already out there? You want to do things that's going to set you apart from other boutiques that's already out there. There is nothing better than someone who provides good customer service skills. So always keep that in mind. Okay, so we've talked about what is our boutique name, what sets us apart from other boutiques. Now we want to take in consideration, how are we going to protect our boutique? The way that we protect our boutique is by getting an LLC, a limited liability company. It is a protection against your personal assets. Everybody has insurance on their homes, they have insurance on their car, you have insurance on yourself, so you need insurance on your business, and that is an LLC. So a limited liability company is so important. So one of the companies that I recommend for you to get your LLC is through LegalZoom. LegalZoom has a wealth of information, not only to get your LLC, but if you need other things for your life, if you need wills, if you need anything, you need documents signed, LegalZoom will help you with all of that. And that is one of the companies that I recommend for you to use to get your LLC. Now, they will break your payments down into 3 parts so that you don't have to pay it all at once. You have to call to find out how much it costs to get your LLC. But they also offer you an attorney if you have questions, if you need anything. LegalZoom will always be there for you. So that is one of the companies that I recommend for you to go through, is through LegalZoom. The attorney services is amazing. If you have any questions or anything, you can go through them and they will answer everything for you. So next we're going to talk about EIN. An EIN number is very specific to your business. An EIN number is just like you having a social security number. It identifies your business. It is a tax identification number for your business. It is a 9-digit number assigned by the IRS. It is used to file taxes, to get your bank account, your business bank accounts, to get business loans, to get permits, and to get licenses. So next we're going to talk about domain name. Your domain name refers to your website address. Customers will type in the browser to access your website. So you want to work on a domain name. The recommendation that I will give you to get a domain name is GoDaddy. A domain name gives your business instant credibility and puts you in the same online marketplace as some of your other competitors. So once you get a domain name and get it out there, you're no different from the Fashion Nova, from Shein, and some of the bigger companies. So you want to work on getting you a domain name. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is business addresses. I do not recommend that you use your personal physical address to ship packages. You need to get a business address. And most times when you're doing business out in the community, they're going to ask you for your business address. Some banks don't care, but others will ask for a business address. So my recommendation for you is to go to iPostal One. iPostal One will give you a business address. And just in case you know that you're selling and you run into an issue with a customer, you don't want them to have your physical address. You want to give them your business address. So you go to iPostal One to get you a business address. Okay, so the next thing that you need to know is about business email. So I'm sure that there has been times that you signed up for a business email and you wanted to use a specific name, but it was already taken. So as soon as you think about your business name, you want to create a business email. You want to create the business email so that you can link those two together. So create the business email as soon as possible so that you can get the name that you want. Okay, next we're going to talk about seller's permit. So in the beginning, I talked about EIN number. So in order for you to get your seller's permit, you need your EIN number. That is your 9-digit identification number to your business to get your seller's permit. You apply for your permit in your state. You also need your EIN number for your permit. This allows you access to trade shows, to conventions. Also, it gives you the right to charge sales tax. You cannot charge sales tax if you do not have a permit. If you charge sales tax without a permit, you can get in trouble for that. So don't do it unless you get yourself a permit. But when you go to trade shows and you go to conventions and you have your permit, they don't charge you any taxes. So go and apply for a seller's permit in your state. Okay, so we've talked about some of the important things that you need for your business. So we talked about the vendors and we talked about your business name. We've talked about making sure that you have your LLC. We've talked about getting the vendors and getting your inventory so that you're ready for the next 30 days. So now that we have all of those things in place, now it's time to go live. So now I'm going to show you how to go live on Facebook. So you're going to go to your name here on Facebook. This is one of my names here on Facebook. You're going to go here. You're going to scroll up. You're going to hit what's on your mind. You're going to scroll up again, and it's going to give you many different options. Tag people is really good when you have friends that want to be tagged whenever you go live, or once you really get into your business and you have customers that really enjoy buying from you and they tell you, tag me every time you go live. They're going to tell you that. They're going to say, tag me every time you go live. I don't want to miss one of your lives. They're going to tell you that. And so that's why that button right there called tag people is so important. So once you hit tag people, all of your friends will pop up there, and all you have to do is tap that button, and then that will tag any of your customers and any of your friends. Okay, so now we're going to scroll down where it says live video. Okay, where it says live video. Now, right here where it says tap to add a description, this is where you want to put your rules. You want to indicate all of your rules right here. So when your customers come into your room, onto your platform, all you have to tell them is make sure that you understand and read the rules before buying anything. You have some customers that will come in and just grab stuff. They're not payment ready. I'll pay you on Tuesday. I'll pay you next week. No, you need to be payment ready within 24 hours. You need to make sure that you indicate that here in your description. You need to make sure that you indicate that here in your description. So once you put all of your information right there, you're ready to go live. And when you're ready to go live, that's when you're going to hit the go live button. Make sure that you're ready. Make sure that your presentation is well. Make sure that you don't have any distractions. Make sure everything is in place and ready to go. And this is when we're going to go live. Okay, so next we're going to talk about separating your personal Facebook page and making sure that you have a business page. Many people, I see them going live on their personal page and they're doing their business on their personal page. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, but I am one that believes do not mix business with pleasure. So having a business page and having a personal page, those two should be separate. So at this time, I am going to show you how to create a page. So again, we're going to go back to my page here. We're going to scroll up. We see the 3 dots right here in the corner. You're going to hit those 3 dots. you're going to go to pages, hit pages. So up here in the left-hand corner, you're going to hit create. Once you see that, it's going to say create your page. You're going to get started. And whatever name it is, I asked you in the beginning, what is your business name? You're going to put your business name right here, and it's going to take you through some steps. I'm just going to create something right here. It's going to say next. And then it's going to ask you certain questions like what categories do you want your business in? So once you hit those things, it's going to create you a page, and that's where you go live. Okay, next I'm going to show you presentation once we're getting ready to go live. And this is very important. Anybody can take something and just put it up in front of the camera, but it's important that the other person on the other side that is buying the item truly understands what it is that you're showing them, what the size is, and you need to be very specific. So this is very detailed. So I have this item on a hanger. These item numbers right here can be bought on Amazon. I know it looks backwards to me, but you can see the number on the other side. So you want your customer to be able to see the number and to know how to claim the number. Okay, so this is a Gucci dress. And you have your best, you have to describe this item to your customer the best way that you can. You don't want to spend too much time on one item, because some people want to come in and they want to shop. They want to get through. They want to grab a couple of items. Some ladies like to be dressed all week for work. Some business ladies need a couple of dresses for work. Some ladies need dresses for the weekend. You need to get through those things and show it to them, but also be professional and show it to them and be very descriptive. So I'm going to show you this Gucci dress. Hi ladies, today I have this Gucci dress. She fits up to a size 2X. She is short sleeve. She has a collar. She is a button down. She has a hem that flares down here at the bottom. She fits up to a 2X. This is the front. This is the back. She fits up to a 2X, and she's $45 today. So the next thing we want to make sure that in our presentation, if we have time to, is making sure that when you're showing shirts, you're showing pants, that you are giving sizes. So if you have time before you're live, it is always good to measure from arm to say that this shirt is 46 across, to let people know. So a lady will know if she's big busted if she can wear a 46 across top. Because if your policy on your boutique is that you don't accept any refunds, then you stick to that. You don't accept any refunds, but you have to make sure that you are very detailed in your description to the customer, because you don't want the reputation that you're selling stuff that's too small to people that they can't fit. So it only takes you a moment to go in and get measurements so that people understand what they're buying. So for instance, hi ladies, this is a long sleeve LV top. She fits up to an extra large. She is 48 inches from arm to arm. She doesn't have any pockets. She's smooth on the back, smooth on the front. She's a button down. She has a collar, and she's long sleeve. And this is how you present these things to your customers. You can do it any kind of way that you want to, but you want to make sure that you are very detailed so that people know what they're buying. You don't want them coming back and saying, oh, I bought that item and it's too small for me. Well, my policy is no refunds. I gave you all the descriptives that you needed, and you should know what your sizes are. So it's up to you to decide on if you want people to return things or not. But if you're being very descriptive in your sizes, then you won't run into that problem. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is accepting payments. So you need to make sure that you are offering your customer at least 3 different payment options. Some of the most popular ones is Cash App, PayPal, and Facebook Pay. You want to offer them 3 different options. Some people don't have Cash App. Some people are not allowed to have PayPal. So you want to have 3 different payment options for your customers. The different payment options that are out there is PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, Square, Facebook Pay, and there may be others that I just don't know about. But make sure that you're offering at least 3 payment sources for your customers, because some people don't have Cash App and some people don't have PayPal. 3 different payment options. Okay, so next we're going to talk about shipping. Shipping plays a major part of your business. This can be the make or the break of your business. You do not want to be the boutique that does not ship things out on time. Things are constantly lost. You don't want to ship out something that you know you only have one of, and now you can't even replace it for the customer. Shipping plays a major part of your business, okay? So I'm going to show you the different sizes of the boxes. You might already know this information, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. So this one is considered a large flat rate box. A large flat rate box. You have a large box here. This is also a flat rate. You have a medium sized box right here. And then this is your small box. I like to use United States Postal Service because it's closer to me. You're gonna have to figure out whatever is close for you. You can still use these boxes and use UPS, you can use FedEx. They don't care about the box. They just wanna make sure that it's labeled correctly and where it's supposed to go. So again, shipping plays a major part in your business, okay? So when we're thinking about shipping out items, of course we want the fees to be low for our customers, but the most important thing is that it's getting to the customers on time. And when the customers are asking for deadlines and they need things specifically for a wedding, for prom, for any specific thing, you want to make sure that you're getting it there. Anytime somebody asks me for something and they need it for a specific date, I'm sending it priority, because I know priority takes between at least 2 to 4 days, considering how far it has to travel. Now, take in consideration that when you're doing your shipping, that when you ship to Texas, California, and some of those states, depending on where you are, those will cost more. Those will cost more, and you're going to have to add on like another additional $1 or $2. Those will cost more because they're further out. So when you ship ground, and ground is using like a bag. So you can buy bags off of Amazon. You can buy them in bulk. And so like if you have small items, you can get smaller bags. Or if you have stuff that's like more limber and you want to keep the fee down on the shipping, you can use a bag. Now, priority shipping is not that much, but it's going to start off somewhere around $10 if you're using the app. Now, if you try to take this stuff into the postal service, you're going to pay a lot of money. You're going to pay a lot of money. You're going to spend a lot of time in the post office. One, you're going to package up everything. You're going to take it down to the post office. You're going to have to wait in the line. You're going to have to wait for other people to be serviced. You're going to have to wait in the line and make sure that all of your packages are labeled and ready to go. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to let you know The two shipping apps that you need to download, and the one that I use, one is Pirate Ship. Pirate Ship is the easiest shipping app that's out there. They allow you to connect your credit card, to Pirate Ship so that you can pay for your shipping. All you have to do is plug in the customer's address. You plug in their name, you plug in their address, and then your information will be on there because, of course, it has to come from somewhere. And that's when I say you need to go to iPostal and make sure that you have a business address, because you don't want your customers to know where you live. Not unless you don't care. You just don't want your customers to have your physical address. So you want to add a business address. But once you go into Pirate Ship, you're going to add their name, their address. You want to make sure, and I'm going to say it again, you want to make sure that you have their correct address. One of the problems that most people run into is that when people pay from PayPal, they'll have their PayPal account since 1980 and they just now want to use it. They haven't updated anything in there and they've moved 3 times. You want to make sure that their address is correct, because once you ship it, it might be hard to get that item back. And if it's the one thing, if one of those items that's just one that you had in stock, it's going to be hard for you to replace that. So again, there is 2 apps that you can download to help you with shipping. It's Pirate Ship and ShipStation. Those will help you so much. You are going to thank me for that. Like this medium box is usually the size that I typically use, and shipping can be somewhere around $8-9. But if you take that box into the postal service and try to ship it to your customer, and if they're further out, it's going to cost more. But the standard price on that is about $15. If you use the app, it's going to be cheaper. And then if you want to offer cheaper shipping to your customers, you can do so. And they will love you for that. So my experience has always been with Pirate Ship, and I have a couple of friends who use ShipStation. So make sure that you download one of those apps. Don't be that boutique that is trying to put everything in a box and take it down to the post office, and now you pissing off all of the clerks down there because they got to service all these other people. Make sure that you download a shipping app so that you can do everything from home. Okay, so next we're going to talk about presentation of packages and folding things and making sure that they look nice. Anybody can take an item and shove it in a box. I don't believe in that. I believe in, I want my package sent to my customer the way that I want it sent to me. So it's all about presentation. Customers are happy when they get their items and they look nicely folded. So I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of how it should be done. These bags here can be bought on Amazon. You can buy these bags on Amazon, which are called garment bags. They're called garment bags. You can get these on Amazon. So when you make your purchase for your plastic bags, these bags here, you want to make sure that you get you some plastic bags, and you want to make sure you get you some garment bags. And so, you know, this is nicely folded. Everything looks nice and clean. You're going to take this, if you got something small, you can just take this, put this right on in here in this bag. And then when your customer receives it, it's not all ratty-tatty. It's not all just thrown into a bag. You're going to take it and you're going to secure it very nicely. If you go on Amazon, they got some of the bags that has thank you on it. They have different designs on there. You want something that represents you. And then you can also put thank you cards inside of your packages, which you can go get those from the dollar store. But like I said, if you go to Amazon, they have the bags that already have thank you on there. And that goes a long way. You know, you're spending money with somebody, or they're spending money with you, and you want to just give them a gentle thank you. If you can't get the business cards, you can get the little stickers. You can put those on your bags if you got the plain ones. But like I said, if you go to Amazon, they have the bags that already have thank you on it. And it's all about presentation. You want to make sure that everything is nice and secure and clean, and it looks good, and it doesn't look like you just threw something in a bag and just shipped it out. So presentation is everything. Okay, so next we're going to talk about tracking numbers. So you've done your sale, you've already collected your payment and everything. So now we're going to talk about tracking numbers. So tracking numbers are so important because you're going to have those customers that are new to you. They don't know when you're shipping your stuff out, and that's something that you want to put in your description. Where I showed you, put your description. I ship out on Mondays. I ship out on Tuesdays. I ship out on Wednesdays. You want to make sure that you are providing that information so they know what days that you are shipping out. But providing a tracking number is getting trust from your customers. People don't believe it, but it is so true. This is providing trust to your customer that you are doing the right thing, that you're not just taking my money and you're not shipping my stuff out, or you're shipping it out whenever you feel like it. If you know you had your sale on Saturday, you should be providing a shipping tracking number by at least Sunday, Monday the latest. And that's letting customers know, oh, I got my tracking number. So that means she done already packaged up my stuff. I'm so excited to get my stuff. I mean, they be super excited about their stuff. I mean, they're on the live buying from you because they're already excited to buy. But when they know they get their tracking number, it's like, oh, my stuff is coming. So I can go look up my tracking number. My tracking number will tell me where my item is. Now, if you don't provide tracking numbers, you're allowing your customers to contact you every time they want to know where their package is. And it's their right to want to know where their package is at. Provide a tracking number. All you have to do is tell them, once I provide the tracking number, you can track your package at any time. All you have to do is go to the United States Postal Service website. You plug in these numbers right here, and it'll tell you exactly where your package is at. So if I live in the state of Indiana and it says that my package is in Ohio, I know it's not too much longer that my package is going to arrive to me. Now I don't have to bother the seller about where my package is because I can see it online on the United States Postal Service. But if you don't provide this, they're going to call you, they're going to text you, they're going to keep texting you, and it's their right to do so, to find out where their package is. This right here is building trust with your customer. Provide tracking numbers. They are so important. I wanted to go back one more time and talk about accepting payments. So right after the live, and you need to make sure that you're putting this in your description, and I hope you're taking notes. Right after you do your live, you need to make sure that you tell your customers that payments are to be made within 24 hours. 24 hours. Or if you want it in 8 hours, or if you want it immediately after the live, you need to indicate that. You need to say it at the end of your live. You also need to put it in your description in your video to let them know when they should be making payment. Not when you want to make payment, is when I need my payment, because my shipping day might be on Monday. So for instance, if I'm doing my live on Saturday, I'm collecting payment on Saturday night and I need payment Sunday morning. I need my payment so that I can pay for shipping And then I want payment so that once I'm done with everything, payment has been done and packages have been delivered. So I spoke about before, make sure that you offer your customers at least 3 different payment sources. They might say, oh, I don't have Cash App. I didn't know you didn't have Cash App, but I have Zelle. But I have Facebook Pay, I have PayPal, so there's no reason why you can't pay. Do not come in my live claiming items and you are not payment ready. Payment ready. You need to be payment ready, and make sure that you mention that to your customers that they need to be payment ready immediately after the live once you send out their invoices. So you can invoice through Messenger. You can invoice through email, however you want to do it, whatever makes it easier for you. Just make sure that you send your invoices out and give them a deadline for payment. I just wanted to reiterate that and make sure that you are offering them at least 3 payment sources. Okay, next we're going to talk about bookkeeping for recording your sales. Now, you may be computer savvy and you may have an app or something that keeps up with your sales, and that's fine. The way I do mine, I handwrite everything in my little handy dandy book here. And so what I do is every time I have a sale, I make sure that I write the date. I don't want to expose everybody's information on here, but I make sure that I write the date and what kind of sale that I'm having. I make sure that I write down how many customers I have from that sale. Okay, how many customers I have from that sale. It was the first sale of the year. And then how much did each customer spend? So I write the customer's name, how did they pay, and then how did they pay, their name, what the date is, and that is the first sale of the year. And I record that for every single sale. These are good because if you get audited and you have to turn this over to the IRS, they can just, just skim through your book. And you're not trying to put stuff together. You already got it together. So I believe to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So this is how you're going to record your sales that you're going to have on a weekly basis. Okay, so my next thing is the same as recording your sales. You want to make sure that you get you a book to keep up with your inventory. You can also write it in a book, or you can keep all of your information on a computer. You want to write down how much did you pay for that item, okay? So you spent $300 on a box, okay? So you want to break down everything so that you're getting your money back. So if you pay for shipping for that box, if you paid $300 for that box and you had to pay shipping on top of that, you want to break down every piece in that box so that you're getting your money back. So you're recording your inventory. So you're going to write down on there, this is how much I paid for each item. Now, this is how much I'm going to charge for each item, and this is how much of a profit I'm going to make from each item. Now, it's up to you to decide how long you want to keep that item before you put it on sale, but you always want to remember how much did you pay for that item so that you'll make your money back. You might keep something for a whole year, or you might want to hold on to it to the next season, but you never want to undercut yourself. You would always keep track of how much did I pay for that item so that you can make your money back. Okay, so another thing that you need to make sure that you're keeping record of, you want to make sure that you're keeping record of all supplies, everything that you use for your business, record it. All the events you attend, there's pop-up shops that you can attend in your community when people are having events and they need vendors. You can check in your city to try to find out when there are events and they looking for vendors. If they're looking for vendors, you can go and sell. So if you go and attend that event, you want to make sure that you're recording it so that you can get credit for it at the end of the year. You want to make sure if you're doing lives, you want to make sure that you're recording all of your lives, making sure that you're putting it in your book so that you can get credit for it at the end of the year. Again, you want to make sure that you're recording everything that has something to do with your business. When it comes down to your sales, when it comes to your inventory, when it comes up to events, pop-up shops, anything that has something to do with your business, you need to be recording it either in a book or you need to be putting it into a computer somewhere. So that's all about record keeping. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the video. So this last part is about supplies. So we want to make sure that we're recording everything. So if you're going to get your hair done, you want to make sure that you're keeping up with the receipt. If you're getting your nails done, you want to make sure that you're keeping up with the receipts. Whatever clothes that you're wearing for your lives, because you're broadcasting on Facebook, this is part of your job. These are tax write-offs. So whatever you're using to broadcast and to bring out your presentation for your broadcast on Facebook, those are tax write-offs. You can talk to your tax preparer about that, but just make sure that you're keeping up with receipts. You just need to show your tax preparer your receipts. If you wear makeup, you get your hair done, you get your nails done, all of that is a tax write-off. Okay, so some of the things that you need is a camera stand. You need a camera stand, which is called a ring light. You can get a ring light from Walmart. Those are anywhere between like $25 to $35. And if you want more of a upgraded ring light, you can go to Amazon. They have a slew of them out there. You also need a printer. You need a printer to print off your labels if you're doing everything from home. So if you're going to use one of the shipping apps that I recommended to you, like Pirate Ship, all you have to do is go into your phone. You're going to hook up your link from your printer into your phone, and it'll print out all of your tracking information, all of the labels for you. You also need a phone, of course. You need a phone so that you can broadcast on Facebook. You need paper and notebooks. So if you're going to log your information by hand, like I do mine, then you're going to need notebooks. If you're going to log your information in on a computer using maybe an Excel or some type of a programming app, you can write off your computer or your laptop. You need pens and you need paper. You need bags. You need bags to ship with, which I told you guys you can get these off of Amazon. If you want to ship items ground, you want to ship it ground, you need bags. And then you also need garment bags to put your clothes inside. If you can't start off that way, it's very understandable. Some people just, put the clothes right into the box. Every boutique don't have a lot of funding, so it's whatever you can afford. Okay, so next you need boxes. So the boxes that I showed you earlier, you can go to the United States Postal Service website. You can get all the boxes that you need for a month or for 2 months or however long you need them, but they're free. They're free. So you can go to USPS, you can go to UPS, you can go to FedEx, and you can get your boxes for free. And if you only go to USPS and get those boxes, you can still use those boxes for UPS, and you can use them for FedEx, okay? So once you go on to their link, they're gonna ask you what sizes do you need, small, medium, large. I get a little bit of everything, but there's usually one size that you use more than others. Just make sure that you get you a little bit more of that size. Thank you cards. You can go to the dollar store and get you thank you cards, just a little something to send to your customers just to say, thank you for shopping with me. You could have shopped with anybody else, but you decided to shop with me, and I appreciate you. There's nothing wrong with just saying thank you. You can send a card, or you can get the bags from Amazon that already has thank you on it. You will also need hangers if you're going to sell clothing. You're going to need racks for clothing, and you're going to need the number. So the numbers that I showed you that's on the hanger that looks backwards to us, but they can see it. You need those numbers, or you can just get the visible ones. All of those numbers are on on Amazon. You can get everything off of Amazon. So those are all of the supplies that you need to get started. You know, tape, scissors, and things of that nature. You need all of those things to get started. Make sure that you get yourself a scale. Once you get ready to package up your items, you need a scale. You put your box on side of this. When you go into Pirate Ship, it's going to ask you to log in the customer's information. Then it's going to ask you to log in the size of the box, which USPS already puts the sizes on the box for you. And then it's going to ask you to weigh that box. And all of that information goes into the Pirate Ship app. And after you do that, all you got to do is hit print. So that's everything that you need for supplies. Okay, ladies, so basically we went over a lot of information. I just want to make sure that when you are doing your live, make sure that you don't have any distractions. Babies crying, you know, kids running everywhere. I mean, life happens and you got to do what you got to do. But the less distractions that you have, the better. Make sure that you advertise your business by wearing your products when you go live. One of the things that I've learned is, like, if I know that I'm selling this Gucci shirt, I'm going to put it on so that my customers can see what type of fit it has. Most of my customers are a size extra large or bigger. So I will let them know that, hey, you guys, I'm an extra large. You can see how much room you have in here. So you can advertise the things that you're selling by wearing it and letting your customers see that. And my last and final thing that I want to say is, you guys, be honest, be fair. Don't price gouge stuff. Even though we know we can get it at a lower price, don't price gouge stuff. You know, you get it for $1, but you want to charge $500 for it. Just be fair and be honest and treat people the way that you want to be treated. That's the bottom line. Again, you guys, my name is Zena Kim, and I'm teaching people how to open up their own boutique. I hope that you enjoyed my live. You have me for the next 60 days. If you have any questions, after the 60 days, if you need me for anything, it would be $25 an hour. I thank you so much for just taking the time to come over here and ask me for some help. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to give me a call, or you can text me. Thank you again. My name is Zena Kim. Bye.